다음은 China Indie Game Alliance and WePlay Expo의 Simon Zhu, CEO and Founder 님께서 이 자리에 함께해 주셨고요. 오늘 발표 주제는요. From Ground Up Indie Game Scene and Market Insights in China입니다. 역시나 매우 기대가 되는 발표 준비해 주셨습니다. 큰 박수로 무대로 모시겠습니다.
Yeah, hello everyone. Okay, thank you. Yeah, nice to meet you here. And I'm the founder of the China Indie Game Alliance in the WePlay Expo. So today I'm going to share. So you see my topic is from ground up. So I'm going to share the history of China Indie Game Alliance and WePlay, how we grew up here. So I think through the things we did in China, you can see our ideas, that structure, how we trying to build the community and grow all the indie scenes there. And later of the talk, I'm going to share the latest trend and the marketing analysis for the China market. Okay, so with the China Indie Game Alliance, we founded in 2015, so it's already the 11th year for us. So it's been a long time, but it's so fast. So here is the main structure for us. We now have many events across here, like game jams. I think here I'm not only to mention so the event names, but why we build why we run game jams in China. So we just finished the mid of the year is the China CiGA game jam last weekend. So now we can run the game jam in China, cover 12 cities and 24 offline sites at the same time, at the same weekend. So every time we now can have more than 2,000 developers join the event. So the reason why we build the game jam structure is that we hope the event can introduce what is the game development and then more people and who is interested with the game development can be easy to get into the offline site to meet others, to meet the developers and experience what is the game development. And then it's the Indie Game Awards and it's running annually and it's now the biggest one in China. Then we can receive more than I think 600 games from worldwide. And the reason why we started this one is also 10 years ago there was no this kind of awards event in China, and there was only some international ones and all the attendees from outside China. So I think that there was no event that can focus and take good care of the local developers. So we need some local events. And then COSD I'm gonna introduce later. And like I said, GDC is kind of a GDC. It's the developer conference, and we invite speakers from worldwide to give speech. And then the WePlay Expo is you can take it like a PAX in China. It's that kind of style of a game expo show that focuses on PC and console and indie developers. Here's the partnership that we built in past 10 years. So for the first part, I will go very fast. It's just to let you know. So the background, the game jams, and here's some pictures. It's very very popular, and every year we are very happy to see so many fresh developers join the event. Because every time when I started the event, I got to ask the question, so who's the first time to join the game jam? Who's the first time to join game development? So usually there will be 50% of the attendees the first time to do that. And here's the Indie Play Game Awards, and also ran for 10 years, and now we have more games from outside China to join of the competition. I think that's a very good sign because it means that more games are taking more care about the China market. It's a global guest and our network to give awards. And this is the developer conference, and usually we have the speaker, I think it's 70% from outside China. Because we hope through the developer conference, we can invite and gather the latest trends and latest ideas and thoughts of the game design, and to share with more local developers, and also with the developer from worldwide can meet each other here. Here's the past years of the guys. You can see cover so many titles and developer, publisher, marketing, technical, visual arts, everything. We established this from 2021. It's focused on the university student game development. We also already built a structure for this. We have awards, events, and workshops, and also there's an education system outside the universities. Because while we build this, we notice the talent for the game development in China is weak. So there has not been a good system in the current university to teach how to make games. So that's why, okay, we already have the industry resources, then we can build a structure and system outside the school so that we did that. And now we have the annual university students game development awards, and we can already receive more than 500 games a year, which cover more than 400 universities. So we will have this. This year's final will be at the beginning of August in Shanghai. Yeah, and besides this, we did a lot of things. Like we organized the pavilions of China to join like Big Summit in Kyoto, like Busan Indie Game Connect, and the Potsdam Game Arena in Poland, and also like PAX in US. We did the pavilions to bring the indie developer from China. So we hope that the developers can learn and experience more of the global market. Then also like bring their games to meet the local users, media influencers, and they can learn more from the events. And yeah, we did all this on ourselves. So we didn't have any government background or support. So yeah, this is the WePlay Game Expo, and it's every year November in Shanghai. I think unfortunately in past like 3 years it have been in a crash state with G-Star. So I lost some friends from Korea to join our show. This year I put it 1 week later, so I do hope that there could be more friends from Korea to join the WePlay this year. So this one is now already the biggest indie game expo in China, focused on PC and console. And every year we're gonna have like more than 400 games from worldwide. The reason why this show I started from 2017. During that year, I noticed there hasn't been a good show that very purely to provide a game experience besides the stage performance and those gift giveaways. So I hope the show that can only and purely focus on game showcase and experience. So that's why I built this show. And yeah, here's some key numbers from last year. And yeah, I'm very happy to see there are so many games and more exhibitors from worldwide to join. Yeah, and here to mention, like China is a very unique market. You can see all the like media, influencer, social media, all the system is different from the rest of the world. So when we build the show, we also very careful about the online promotion, and we integrate all the resources, and we integrate all the online platform to give the show a very good like offline and online promotion. Here's some guests. This is something we are very honored about. Is from the first year we have all the like very famous game producer from worldwide to join, and most of the producer they only join WePlay in China, never join other shows there. So yeah, it's already a lot thanks to them. And yeah, the annual Indie Play Award ceremony we always put on WePlay. Oh, this year is the 22 to 23rd November in Shanghai. Just the medias and the partners, and we now have more global and international media partners to join. So if you join the show, not only you can meet the local developer, publisher, media things, and then you can also meet someone from other territories of the world. Here's something is interesting. Usually I'm gonna suggest it to the exhibitors who join WePlay from outside China, but I think there can be some reference when you go to China to do some like offline events or doing offline trip. They're like localization things, and the messenger tools is different. And the important thing, you need to prepare the VPN, or you lose all your network like on Facebook or Google or anything. And yeah, and I think at the other events in Asia, like I joined before, like Big Summit or Tokyo Game Show or BIC. So I've been checking. There is a popular meeting system called Me Too Match, which has been widely used in the West. I've been checking if people from Asia is get used to do that system. But unfortunately not. Like in China, I think most people is just to make the communication and connection via WeChat, which is very popular. So when some friends or partners from out China ask me, so what's the best efficient way to make connection in China? WeChat. You have to prepare WeChat account for that. Okay, so yeah, I've got go to the second part is marketing overview. There will be many information here, so I will also try to make it quick. Okay, the first thing is a big market, and the game users is quite the number is quite high. This is from the latest industry report from end of last year. So the user numbers also including mobile games, not only PC and console. So the total number is already like 74 million. And the PC and console, I think there's something that many companies now is care about the China market. You can see like PC is become very popular. So I took some record from the latest talk from Wolf, who runs Steam. So from this GDC talk in 2025, you can see the numbers yet. So now China is representing the most users on Steam. The simplified Chinese. And also, there a very famous game from last year, the Blacklist Wukong, also drive a lot of new users to this platform. So there's also still some bigger space to grow up. So actually, in past 2 months, I have been talking with some developer publisher from different territories, like from the US, from Europe, and from North Europe. So the interesting is they think the Western market, the growth, is now slowed down. But now they focus more to China because notice the fast growing market. But to them, the market is very black box. It's with many user misery. So that's why I also did some shares in past months to them. Oh, sorry. Here to mention is some platform like a console, the Nintendo Switch is sold very well in China, and like a Wii game is the largest local PC game platform. That's by Tencent. But if you want to go there, you have to get an SBN. I'm gonna mention later. Just the user. How to say it's big numbers, and I think the important to mention is like the female users has shown a very rapid growth, especially in the past year. So I can see some the games with a good performance on the market. Then I think they target the female users a lot. And that's why another community grows very fast is the Red Note in China, which has the most female users. And some games have been very popular among the community. Yeah. Okay. This is the diversity taste, and yeah, I think here is to mention like your RPG and the card game. Here is like a card game is not the traditional like trading card game or the card game on Steam, that kind of things. So card game has been in a common sense that can be like the performance is like a card, but the gameplay is very commercial on mobile games. So because here the diverse taste is not only covers the PC and console, but also mobile games. But as always, mobile games still play a majority part of the industry and the market. Here's some very local things to mention. So there are two big things of cultural things. And see, the first thing is the wuxia, is a Chinese fiction and related to some martial arts. Another one is competition. So someone become immortal, this kind of things. But this too has been super popular and they take a big majority in China culture scenes. I listed two games here which representing this kind of two cultures. And here's some game title performance in past year in China, which had very good performance on Steam. I took some is because it's covered different cultures like sci-fi, like cultivation, like action, like simulation, and this kind, and then you can see it's with different art styles. These titles have been all sells more than millions copies on Steam, and the fast growth of Steam, I think we back to like 2019 to 2021. There has been a very fast growth in China. So more titles got sold over a million copies during that years. Here's other many other some, I put some new titles here, and these games, I cannot say it's sold like over a million copies, but also like near million copies. So it has been very popular. And actually, this Blaze Blue already, I think, is plus mobile version is already exceeded 2 million copies. And yes, it's only part of the games from China. I think several years ago that's been interesting. I mean, like around like 2020, some friends from West may ask me, so, oh Simon, hey, what's this game about? I don't know. I can't understand the culture. I can't understand how to play, but it's always go to the top of the China the Steam sales list. So yeah, I think that's the fast growth of the market, and also because it's very with local cultural, and maybe when you check the data, maybe like a 90%, 95% user from China, but they can support it with a very big sales. Yeah, thing is mentioned here is the big companies begin to step into this market. Like the famous ones like Wukong, like Party Animals, Delta Force, and Phantom Blade. So if you look at the company structure and from the capital side, they all invested by Tencent and other like NetEase and the CSUN Games and the other Ali Games and the King Games. They are huge. They are the top tier of the industry, and they all have investments, and they have some in-house development to prepare for this market. So we can see the bigger companies more step and focus to the PC and the console market. And also there's another trend is the cross-platform. So what do Chinese gamers care about? I think there's something need to be very carefully. Once some publisher or developer see that okay, China is a very big market, then we go there and we sell games. But once they receive quite a lot of negative comments, they become very confused. So why there are so many negative comments? So here are some reasons. Maybe like language, like political things, and the hack and cheat, and also like difficulty. Difficulty is a very interesting topic. Because in recent years we can notice a trend that the players become more casual than before. It's not hardcore or mid-core. We call it like casual ones or mixed ones. So they are not so have enough patience to difficulty. So if your game is still like a challenge, you still do very hard games. So you need to be prepared to get negative comments from the players, and maybe there are a lot. And also, if you are an online game and a multiplayer game, you have to be very carefully about the network connections, because those, why the players in China it's easy to give negative comments, because the trends I'm gonna mention later, because the cross-platform things, that means more plays from mobile end is transferred to the PC game end. So they used to, easily to do some like a negative command things on mobile end, because it's not totally not the same experience and habit on mobile end. But on PC, what it's doing this can be critical to a game on Steam. Yes, here is the trends I gonna mention here. Here's some like very top like anime style games is used to be very popular and successful on mobile end. And if you look back in the past 3 months, there have been many titles from mobile starting to step into Steam. It's not only from China, like also like in Japan. No games from CiGA games, they all have version on Steam. But some of the games have been locked the China region, because they may consider there's some like sensitive things or politics things there. And So I think for either for developers and publishers, we have to foresee where will the marketing going, and also if that, especially if you're targeting this kind of China, this so big market. Okay, so if all the big companies step into it, and also the cross-platform, and the good thing is the user will still growing fast and bigger and more, but the users will be more casual than before. So and also it's better that before you starting to do a project, or if you're in the middle of development, or you're starting to do the strategy for marketing, you have to take care the marketing feedback and performance carefully. So what do you care about, and why is he giving negative comments to some games, and so why is this some promotion get popular or not popular? Yeah, here's some fact numbers. You see, I took some example from different cities. Like the latest one, Stella Blade, they have like more than 63% sales PC version from China. Sweet Fiction from Sweden, they have sales more than 50% from China. And the Power from Japan, they have more than 35% of users in China. And also the one in the corner is a very interesting one. The producer is famous in Japan and popular in China, and he has been working very hard on the China social media, and it's get a very good feedback, and it's already become a very famous meme in China, and also the game sold very well in China. Yeah, just here are some politics things here. You should to know. Firstly, you cannot, if you are a company from outside China, you cannot directly run publish a game legally in China by yourself. You have to work with a local company. Uh, the big example is like Blizzard and NetEase. So it's a very old example, but it's very typical. Blizzard is big, but when they going to China, they have to work with local company. They have the joint capital company and all the game publishing operation everything, and they gonna through that company to do that. And also, if you want to apply for ISBN or you do local promotion or operation, you have to through that. That's from the legal side. And the sensitive things that I will not mention all the detailed things because the process of applying the ISBN is very complicated to say. So for some categories and gameplays, you may pass the ISBN fast, but for some, you may get to change a lot of times, but you don't know why. But they will have some, very interesting requirements that ask you to change things. Here I just show some typical example before. Now it just still existed. So please beware. Now what I talk here, this page and the last page, it means that one you want to legally publish game in China and obtain the ISBN. And that's the mention is that's why so a lot of people is focused on the Steam. So Steam is in China now still a gray area. Gray area means that you can directly publish games there, and if Steam allows and to uh, allows you to publish to the China regions, then you can do that. Yeah, and Steam already supports all the local payment way like WeChat Pay, Alipay, everything. It's quite convenient to sell games there, and you can still do promotions like on social medias and video sites, or like also you can join offline events. That's all no problem, and lead to your Steam sales. So something to mention here that we noticed actually from the start of this year, the judgment session from Steam has changed. They become more strict to some games. So I think if you have planned to do that, it's better that you can watch some like either like some post on Reddit or other social media networks to see some either commands or complaint from developers. So why they got refused or they have some difficulty in some meeting or pass the judgment. I think there's something very important because now most the games revenue and publish is still through Steam. So the platform has playing a so important and so role, which will I think was just already decide a lot of people's destiny. Yeah, SBN is if you do mobile games, you go to China and you want to legally publish there, you have to get the SBN. And if you're a game company that from out China, you cannot apply the SBN directly. You have to go through a local company to do that. The good thing is now the process of applying SBN has been shortened than before. So there are two categories. If you're local games, then be shorter. If you're a game from also China, the process can be a little longer. The good thing is the thing become better. I think from the second half of last year, and now it's every year there has been some SBN to be issued, including the local ones and the overseas ones. So I think now is a good time if you consider you want a game, especially if you're mobile games you want to publish in China. So here now I think it's a good point to consider to do the SBN. And yeah, censorship. So always like violence, sex, and politics are the red lines. Don't touch. If you touch it, die. So yeah, that's the red line. Just remember that. So other things is is a very special and the local system is a addiction prevention system. Uh, no matter what your game is, it's mobile games or PC games, you want to get an SBN, you have to access to this system. Yeah. So as mentioned before, the entire ecosystem is very unique. So always we suggest that it's better that you find a local partner to help to solve this problem. Localization, promotion, community, operation, everything. And yeah, and the platform that mentioned is mobile is still the emerging part. Okay, it's I just put some key information here, like game system is like a distribution channels, and Steam still the biggest one, and there are some local ones like WeGame from Tencent. Zoro has very big user numbers, but you want to go there, you have to get SBN to go there. And the Cube Games is a small one, but it still plays a PC game distributor in China, and like Heybox and TapTap and like Brandon mentioned, the Gamer Sky is all the main platforms in China. Medias, they also do distributions, the key distribution, and they also have publishing business. And the medias and it's the main media and game communities like WeChat accounts and the Weibo, Bilibili, mentioned before as Rednote, TikTok China, and there's many others. So I just list here. So it's very different from the rest of the world. You cannot see any like Facebook, Twitter, anything Twitch here. And the events, it's I think it's this page is give a quick glance of usually how it works. It's from like copyright holders, developers, and how to work with like publishers and distribute to platforms. So what kind of platforms, and like a key distribution. Like now like a Taobao, Tmall, this kind of e-commercial platforms. They also has this kind of a business. So, but I think most of the company from outside they don't know. And yeah, there's still like an Epic Games. Epic Games Store also they work in China, and the payment way and other like a mobile platform and ad agency everything. So yes, yeah, I think in general, I believe China is now very attractive to many companies from worldwide. Me as the the organization uh, manage and also like a WePlay Expo, I received more interest from worldwide. They asked me about like how to enter China market, and they want to join the show and they want to meet the local like community and the medias and everything. So looking for the proper promotion way in China. And we have been working and talking with many uh, uh, how to call this like pavilions from different countries. So some countries you have some support from the government. They organize some pavilion. Either is to join or they run some webinars to learn about more about this market. So as an organization, and we are very happy to provide all the helpers and then consultants and things that all we can help build the necessary connections to the one you want to look for in China. And I believe in the future, like maybe in 2 or 3 years, the user in China, the market keep growing, but the trends and the marketing performance will be different every year. So it's better that you check what's the latest trends and what's the change there every few months, and especially uh, so it's not a good way to say, but I hope that in future there can be more distribution ways aside from Steam, because now Steam is so crowded, so many games, so many companies. Especially if you like you see in China, if all the top tier and so big company go to that platform, they have huge money to invest to the marketing and things, and as a platform, they will be think about it. Maybe they want to give more resources to them, because those companies can bring to the platform like what, like new users and active users and the revenues. That's a fact. So yeah, I think that's you know, uh, in past 10 years, that has been a very fast indie game scenes grow in China. But now I think it's a time to think about it, what to do for the next few years. And no matter what role you are, like developers, publishers. And yeah, I think that's my share today. And you have my email address, or you want to find me on site, I will stay here tomorrow till tomorrow afternoon. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much for your informative presentation. 여러분 저희 질문 있으시면 질문 받겠습니다. We will now open up the floor. So if you need to ask some question to our speaker, you're happy to have them. 네. 마이크 켜드리겠습니다. So please grab the microphone right here. 이 마이크 사용하시겠습니다.
Thank you for the presentation. I am Hwang Min-ho from the Live Press. I'm currently reporting about Korean game industries. And from your presentation, I've learned that you've been doing a lot of work to creating the, how can I say, community or even ecosystem of indie developers in China. And I was quite amazed about the scale. And my question is two things. First one is, what was the most biggest challenges, I mean difficulties, while you were creating such ecosystem to like gathering all the indie developers in the China? And from your view, what is the key factor to gathering, unite all the indie developers as a community?
Yeah, I think I can answer you like in one reply. I think because the reason why I started to do this, because many years ago when I first joined a small gather up, I noticed that there was some indie developers, but they were living in different cities and they don't know each other. So the funny thing is that when I visited a famous one, and they had been published the game to the Western market, they got it successful. And when I go to city, I visit their office. So they asked me, okay, so in the city besides us, is there any other indie developers here? So I know that's the question, that's a problem. So developers don't know each other. So that's the first thing. Like either like a game jams, workshops, and everything. The main target is to discover and to connect them, then support them. Then it's the different steps. And when you have something on the ground, you raise up like either it's a workshop or the events or anything or a brand. Let's call it like us is the CiGA. So some developers may try to find you themselves, but from my experience, you still need to invest a lot of energy to discover them, because the experience I talk with the developers, so most of the time they still focus on game development. They didn't get used to do social or get work or get out, or this kind of things. So usually that's why I ran the game contest, game awards. Okay, they learn the news and they submit their games. Then I can have a way to contact them. Okay, I see. Okay, if we have a small event or something, if you want to join, you can meet others like you who love games. So I think that's, there has been many difficulty, have been many difficulty. So so that's why I joined the event, because like his organizer Friday has been very active in this community. He mentioned, hey Simon, I want to do a event in Korea. I want to gather and support the indie developers to meet each other. I say, okay, I must support you, because I had experienced difficulty from starting to doing this kind of things. Thank you.
Thank you for this. I really want to visit your events. Thank you.
Thank you.
네, 고맙습니다. 자, 혹시 질문 있으시면 저희 한 개 정도 더 받을 수 있을 것 같습니다. I think we can have one more question. If there is, we will have. If there isn't, we will wrap up right here. Thank you very much for your presentation. 여러분 다시 한번 큰 박수 보내주시죠. 발표 고맙습니다.